What is going on, guys? Welcome back to another video, and today we're going to be talking about the INDYCAR silly season update. So a few days ago, I'd say, today's Friday, I believe it was announced Wednesday. Let me know if I'm wrong. I'm 90% sure it was Wednesday. Ray Hall announced that Louis Foster, the 2024 Indy Next champion, will be joining the team, and I cannot express how great of a news that is that the Indy Next champion is going to be an INDYCAR. And he's not going to be IndyCar with a bad team. I would put Ray Hall 5th, 6th, 7th best team. I mean, they're definitely behind, your Penske's, your Ganassi's, your Andretti's, and your McLaren's. But, they're battling with that 5th spot, I would say, with Meyer Shank, AJ Foyt, and them. Maybe we can put Humko's Hollinger in there. Maybe Prema can join that mix. Who really knows with, how IndyCar how it works. And, you got your Ed Carpenters are going to be right there. I mean, basically, yeah, he's a midfield driver. He's not going to be in the top 4 seats. He's going to be with those teams, but he's not going to be in a Del Coyne car. So, I mean, that's basically how you got to separate the fields in IndyCar, and he's got himself a midfield seat. I mean, this is absolutely amazing. Just amazing that we have the Indy Next champion on the grid. I mean, it has been kind of like a struggle to get the Indy Next champions on the grid. Like the last time we failed to get the Indy Next champion on the grid, it was 2022 with Linus Lundqvist. He did not get a ride for 2023. But it's more of a Formula 1 problem that they can't promote their Formula 2 champions. I mean, think of the last time the Formula 2 champion was promoted. Gabriel Bortoleto is going to win it this year. Probably he's not officially won, but he'll probably win it this year. I mean, there's a 50-50 if he gets that stake seat, but I don't know. I mean, Porsche didn't get promoted. Drugovich didn't get promoted. I don't even know who won it in 21. Maybe Drugovich won it in 21. Maybe I'm forgetting the 22 one. I don't know, but I believe, correct me if I'm wrong, but the last time the F2 champion got promoted was Mick Schumacher when he won the F2 championship in 2020. I believe I am correct on that. Let me know if I'm wrong, though. I could be wrong. But it's just good to see IndyCar's junior system working with Louis Foster to get him into Ray Hall, although we did not find out whether it'd be the number 30 or 45. I'm going to assume that it's the 30. I don't really know. We need to talk about we know there's one more seat open at Ray Hall, and I feel like if Pietro Fittipaldi was coming back with the team, it would already be announced, because before the IndyCar season ended, it was announced that 5 Hour Energy would be staying with Pietro. So, and Bobby Rahal put out a statement saying sponsorship is key to Rahal, Letterman, Lanigan's driver lineup, and he's got sponsorship, and they haven't announced him. So now I'm leaning more towards he's not going to be in the team, and I think that is the right move for Ray Hall. So, there's an open seat at Ray Hall. I'd like to see it go to Linus Lundqvist if he can't get the Ganassi seat, which I don't think he will. I think the Ganassi seat is either going to go to Felipe Drugovich or Kiffa Simpson. It just depends, if he wants to take a risk with the driver or if he wants the cash. But I think Linus deserves to stay in IndyCar. I'd like to see him get the Ray Hall seat. If Ray Hall does move on from Fittipaldi, like what I think they have done, then I think you're either looking at Rinus VeeKay or Linus Lundqvist getting in at Ray Hall. Yeah. So, we covered Ganassi. I basically just summed it up real short. It's going to be Felipe Drugovich or Kiffa Simpson there. We talked a lot about Ray Hall. Let's talk about the Prema seat. I mean, from what I know and what I think everyone's heard is that is going to be Robert Schwartzman in that car, although it hasn't been confirmed yet, and they didn't announce it with iLot, and they've waited a long time to announce it. So maybe I'm kind of leaning towards more it's not Robert Schwartzman, or else they already would have announced it. But if it's not Robert Schwartzman, then who? On this one, I really have no idea. It's going to probably be I'm going to say a random European driver, but, if you're obviously getting an IndyCar seat, you're not a random driver. But, it's just going to be someone that we aren't thinking about getting a ride. Like, what if Valtteri Bottas gets dropped from stake? Going full-time with Prema and IndyCar, that could be a great move for Bottas, or even a Kevin Magnussen. That could be really cool for them. Um, who else? We have Humko's Hollinger. So, I mean, if you didn't know, there's 7 open seats right now in IndyCar. You have 1 at Ganassi, 1 at Rahal, 2 at Humko's. Wait, hold on. 1 at Rahal, 1 at Ganassi, 2 at Humko's Hollinger, 2 at Dale Coyne, and 1 at Prema. We've covered the Ganassi, Rahal, and the Prema. Now we got to talk about the Humkos and Foyt, and then we can wrap this video up. So let's talk about the Humkos Hollander racing first. It's no secret that one of their drivers is going to be off talent and who they want, and the other is going to be a paid driver. Romain Grosjean really wants to run the 24-hour Le Mans, and he really loved running IMSA with Lamborghini. From what I've been told, is I think Romain is going to give up full-time IndyCar for a shot at the 24 hours of Le Mans, and I think that you might. I don't think you'll see Romain in IndyCar next year. I think he's gonna become an IMSA driver. Although it would not surprise me if you don't see him in a one-off car at the Indy 500. You know, with how Andretti and all these teams are shaking out with the charter system, who knows how many cars are gonna be at the 500? You could have 38, like if we get lucky, or you could have 33. I mean, that's just realistically where we're at with the 500 entry list this year. And Romain, I'm going to say we don't see him at all in IndyCar. You know, he really hasn't been that impressive. I mean, I'm not trying to be harsh on Romain, but, you know, for how much he was hyped up for, you know, yes, he did get a few pole positions with Dale Coyne and Andretti, but he really, truly hasn't done all that much. So I would say you're probably done with Romain Grosjean. And I'm going to say if Connor Daly can get some sponsorship, he will be in that team. 100% he'll be in that team. I mean, I've heard that Devlin DeFrancesco could be in that team, you know, with his dad's backing. And that means even if Connor Daly doesn't have the funding, he could still be in that team. But think about it. If he has the polka dot sponsorship, now Humkos could have Devlin DeFrancesco as a paid driver and Connor Daly with sponsorship. I mean, I'm not happy about the Devlin DeFrancesco part, or like a Benjamin Peterson or a Stingray Robb, you know, paid drivers, people like that. One of them are going to be in Humkos, and it's no secret. But I do think that their off-skill driver is going to be Connor Daly. Now, one last team to talk about is Dale Coyne, and I have no idea what they're going to do. I think they're going to need sponsorship and money. So, you know, Stingray Robb, Benjamin Peterson, Devlin DeFrancesco, you know, Catherine Legg with her L sponsor. I don't think Dale Coyne's going to have a real exciting driver lineup in 2025. I could be forgetting some Indy Next, like, you know, like Jamie Chadwick. You know, Andretti could pay for her to get that seat. So, you know, it's really interesting to see what Coyne does. They're wide open. I truly don't know. Make sure you guys subscribe. I simply today just felt like, let's just record and talk about the IndyCar silly season. That's what I did. Make sure you guys subscribe, and see ya.